Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the GG.Bet Invitational. We have another great day of match. Well, one match actually going to be coming at you today. A couple postponements here, but we got one good series coming at you, best of three. We got Team Spirit taking on Ninjas in Pajamas. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by GoDz today once again. How's it going, man?
Going great, going great. You know, it's getting serious. We're further in the event. We brought out the polos, so we're dressing
both
up.
of us. Yeah, dressing a little cleaner here.
And this is a big game because these teams are fighting for elimination, I believe. Am I wrong?
At this point, yes. Yeah. This is a decider match with an IP, which is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I thought they'd just, breeze through their group, so they had the upset loss against Lithium. So we'll see whether they can bounce back. Lithium definitely looked pretty scary. A team that didn't make it to the major minor, but were very close. Took down Liquid in one of those series they played. So as for Spirit, I think a similar team who's had some ups and downs. They've looked good at times. They haven't really been all that consistent. They've got some great talent. It's kind of an unusual Team Spirit because it's not really a CIS roster. It's just really FNG, and then he's got 4 more European-based players.
That's somewhat unique for that region, especially in the CIS. Usually you expect it's just going to be players, from that CIS region. But Team Spirit, it's an organization that I've, personally was kind of hyped through this last year. They had some okay results, but never really shined as much as they could. But as you're pointing out, somewhat of a roster overhaul here. But again, same thing for me stands this time around. I mean, this is a roster. You have 9 specifically. He's been #1 on the leaderboards in the European region from time to time. I don't know if he currently is, but the point is that's been the case throughout history. So fantastic group of players right here. And this is not a free win by any means for NIP. I mean, NIP definitely the favorite. I still think it's safe to say, but it could definitely go 3 games, and we'll see what happens at the end. But we have an opening here, and an interesting one at that. The Wyvern first pick, but Drow Windranger coming out for NIP. That's a strong duo.
Yeah, have many teams been letting NIP get Drow? Because that was how they crushed Liquid 2-0 in the major qualifiers, and everyone's like, okay, we're just going to ban Drow versus NIP, and they just stopped getting it because of that.
I don't recall the Lithium series, to be honest. We haven't seen a lot of Drow in general this event. It's been banned out in most cases, as usual, but what did they ban instead? Brood, Ogre, as well as the Tiny, respecting the PPD Ogre.
Yeah, and the idea is they leave it in the pool knowing that NIP are going to pick it, and they can counterplay it. So they first pick Wyvern, which is just straight up a good hero against Drow. It does just a lot of different things. Has strong laning harass, has good wave clear, has Winter's Curse against Drow strats that try and push. Yeah. And then they insta-second pick PL. So they very much kind of foresaw at least the Drow pick. Whether they expected the Windranger alongside it, I would say they probably had a pretty good idea with Weaver ban that Windranger or something like a Mirana would come out. But Mirana's also banned, so...
we saw, who was it? It was a Espada against... Ferzi on the other side in Group B. Espada went a literal all-in Drow strat. They went Drow, it was Windranger, Visage, Mirana, and I think it was another ranged as well. It might have been a Weaver
or something.
No, Nature's Prophet. That's what it was actually. It was Nature's Prophet. Like, talk about an all-in Drow strat.
Okay,
it didn't work.
Oh no,
because they didn't have that front liner. You can't necessarily go too deep with the Drow strat. It feels like, but this is already a great combo. Maybe one other ranged hero, whether it's support or a core, but they go Omni Knight 3rd pick.
That's kind of their team fight, the Omni Knight, in a lot of ways. You mentioned you having a front liner for the Drow strats, and I think this can round it out pretty nicely. Gives you defensive options for your Drow, who's going to have a kind of rough time against PL Wyvern. So having the heal, having the repel can be very handy in a game like this. And also a hero that's pretty strong in the lane stage against a PL, who you can exploit there. So I do like the Spirit ban the Visage. That's something that NIP just played too well. Both 33 and Fata are great Visage players. And with the Drow, it's just... I don't know. It gets pretty stupid quickly.
Exactly. You don't let them get that combination right there, especially. So, yeah, it is a little surprising to me, though, as you're pointing out with the Winter Wyvern first pick, how that was ideally even supposed to be a deterrent maybe of sorts. But, yeah, Peter Pandam, he doesn't care. He's still running the Drow Windranger in the end. So Team Spirit, though, confident that they can maybe take care of it here. We'll see NIP not as confident with their 4th pick anymore. Having to think about this one.
2 opposing ideas. One team that Drow is just that good that you can first pick it even if your opponents have counters. The other team, we're going to leave Drow in the pool because we believe we have the counter. So we'll see which idea is going to be the right one here in game number 1. If Drow Strats beats them, you can expect to see it banned in game 2. If they beat the Drow, though, then it's a hero they don't have to fear going into game 2, and they can leave in the pool again, which makes your draft a whole lot easier if there's not this must-ban hero.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Ninjas in Pyjamas want to get. Maybe I'll grab a PPD hero. Ogre is banned. Undying is taken, so it's maybe a bit more limited. Okay. Gets the Drow Aura. Treant would have been okay. The roots against PL are very nice. But I think he just wants something a bit stronger in the lanes. These teams are just getting very good at dealing with Treant, and your harass is kind of limited to whether or not you can go invis, and the PL with Quelling Blade is going to chop down all the trees, and offlaner might get one too, so it'll be quite difficult.
The Zeus happening.
So that'll be 9-0, I take it?
Probably, yeah.
Unless we're seeing some kind of bizarre 3 position, but yeah, probably a mid-Zeus. AoE wave clear, gives them some magic damage to go with the physical of the PL. And just seems like a decent pick here that they can protect it a little bit by banning out some of the heroes that can give it problems in the lane. But Zeus, there's some bad matchup maybe for this Zeus if he's not careful.
Yeah. I wouldn't count the position 3 just out yet. I mean, if anything for that, right, where I suppose they have their final pick first, so
yeah,
they're not going to be able to see NIP's final pick beforehand, but
yeah, I gotta imagine they're saving their mid for last. As much as Wind Ranger can be a mid, you're kind of looking at this Wind Ranger dual lane potential with an Omni Knight, with being a very strong dual lane, having the Drow Aura on the Wind Rangers, so she can be an even stronger position for. That can actually scale as well this game, so something that can kind of pull their draft together for Fata.
Banning the Centaur on the side of NIP. That's been a hero that we've actually seen make an appearance several times here in this event specifically. So perhaps making somewhat of a comeback in the overall scene.
Yeah,
on that off lane.
Centaur is definitely back in the meta. He's one of the preferred offlaners for a lot of teams right now in different various regions. Like I know some SCA teams love him, some CIS and European teams really like the Centaur. Definitely good against the Drow with the Stampede, just being able to run in, get on top of her easily. See what they get instead. One of these offlaners that maybe would have been good here banned out, like the Brewmaster having the Dispel against the Omni Knight.
Oh yeah, I like that.
But he's banned, so
not going to happen here.
Yeah.
They banned him awkwardly enough. They banned him after the. Oh no, that
was before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shadow Demon is something, you know, does bring a purse to the table, but
yeah, I guess you'd have to do something weird with your who's a core at that point.
Offlane Wyvern.
Yeah, you could do 3-position Wyvern. You don't really, and then you've got a Zeus, so you've got like Zeus. He scales to late game in his own way, but not as like a carry in a sense. Like he's going to do a lot of damage by staying alive and getting his items up. But I don't feel like Zeus with a core Wyvern is going to give you a well-rounded draft. I think about what the last pick might be, whether there's like a TA or something they're scared of. I'd say almost certainly a ranged hero. Just you want something to benefit from the Drow or a Storm, I'd say is maybe one of the obvious bets. He's not going to crush a Zeus in lane, which is maybe something where Spirit are more scared of the heroes that are going to be lane dominators against Zeus.
Yeah.
The TAs type heroes, but the Storm is like the more well-rounded draft pick.
Lockdown's really lacking right now on Spirit side too, so even
That's
more
true.
appealing for the Storm pick.
Vlad not a big Storm player, from what I know, which is maybe where Spirit's like, does he play Storm? Is that something we should be afraid of?
Quickly researching.
Yeah, I'm like, I quickly tapped out, like, when's the last time they picked Storm?
Going back to last season and be like, wait a second, he wasn't even mid last season. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Go back 2 years ago. No.
Even when he was a mid, there was not much Storm play. So the last month, I don't see a single Storm pick. Zero Storm picks in the last month for the Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Huskar. That's what they settle with in the end. It's
yeah, so that's one of those cheese pick options that benefits from Drow Aura. Axe comes out. Nice. Do you like me some Axe?
He can get in there. Get on top of that Drow.
Yeah.
Decent against Omni.
The one non-range option that kind of is, you might consider as like a DK. The DKs can work in Drow strats because you get the bonus damage in your ranged form. Gives you like a tanky frontliner who can help push as well. Some splash damage from his ultimate against PL. But not sure if that's really the best pick.
I'd
rather see something like a benefits from the true right clicks. Queen of Pain.
Choose your hero.
All right, lane dominator though, so they're going for the option that can win mid lane and snowball from there. They, I believe, picked it on day one. I think we cast a couple games of Queen of Pain at the start of this event.
I want to say at least one, yeah, that I remember. So long ago though, David.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
Yeah,
I think NIP picked it in game 1 and lost, and then their opponents picked Queen of Pain and also lost, maybe, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, well, the funny thing about the NIP games is that that was actually, I personally have not casted them throughout this week yet because that was the day where we actually weren't casting this event.
Oh, okay.
We went back to the other event that was going on. So
you cast them versus Lithium, though, right?
No, that was
also both of their games because they played 2 games, right?
On that same day, I think.
Oh, I see. So we've completely missed them here on the main stream. So
yeah, well, here we go.
All right,
got them now.
Should be good. Should be good. Are you sure we didn't cast them? I feel like I have in my head I cast them playing Dota. We cast Fada playing
You know what?
Quap.
Maybe
we did.
We did cast.
I think we missed their second. We missed the game they lost against Lithium. But
yeah.
We cast the first game they won.
I think you're right. Okay.
Against Odium, I want to say.
Yes.
Because they lost game 1, I'm pretty sure.
That was the opening. Because, yes, that we were talking about Odium and what they were even going to bring to the table with their roster and everything. So, yeah, I do remember it now. Okay, like I said, it was long ago. It's all coming back, though.
Yeah, so they had a 70-minute game 1 where they lost with Quap. Odium took game 1, and then game 2, Odium's like, we'll play Quap. They lost, so Quap didn't do very well in that series. And then game 3 was some Brood, Treant stuff.
You were right all along.
I just remember seeing Quap lose, so it's... I hear I'm like, oh, is Quap going to come back in the meta? And then I just see it lose. I'm like, maybe not.
Maybe not. Has a Drow strat here, though. Obviously, nice mix of physical and magic damage to bring him to the table. So, looking to benefit off of that. But here we go. Game number 1 of our first and only best of 3 today. Of course, this event is going to go on throughout the weekend. It will wrap up come Sunday. A $50,000 prize pool on the line. This is the deciding match from Group A. Team that moves on to the playoffs. Yeah,
should be good. We'll see if Spirit can beat the Drow strat here in game 1, or if NIP are gonna try and force them to ban it come game number 2.
See 9 poking in off the bat. Omni not going the awkward direction, but should be fine.
He's got friends. When your mid lane is coming down to secure runes, things are looking good. He comes down with the lightning bolt, so he was hoping to get a D ward off. I don't believe he actually found any observer wards.
No.
Where did die? So both wards are on PPD, or
no? They're not. Where are they?
Okay, they put one very defensive on their side of by their bounty rune.
Yeah.
And the second one is. Who knows?
Did he get a ward? I didn't see him.
You see it on. They show up on last hit, so it
okay.
has not been purchased, perhaps.
That might be possible. Yeah, because there's definitely no wards on anyone. So
yeah.
That's
interesting. Like, if you don't buy a ward, you get an extra 10 goes for the lane. That may actually be a smart way to play the lane stage as a support. The lanes in these 2v2 meta has become so harass heavy where you need your regen that do you really need wards to sit in lane and right-click your enemy when you kind of know where they are? No, not really. Buy extra wards 2 minutes, 3 minutes later after having a better start to your lane. And that seems like, based on PPD's items, it looks like he just bought 1 ward. He's got Tango Salve, Double Mango.
Okay.
And then Wind Ranger with the Blightstone, so...
Second one's coming.
Yeah. No wards. This is like pub games. No one wants to buy him.
FNG, he's on that Undying and triple Mango. Gonna let the Decay spam begin against Omni Knight here, at least. Wind Ranger's keeping his distance, though, and going to put in the auto attack in FNG. So this is an interesting battle we have at the bottom.
Yeah, he's down to 1 armor because of the Blightstone. So even though he's got all this decay bonus strength, he's taking quite a lot of right-click damage with the low armor. Something he has to be quite careful of.
Once again, getting off there. 16 charges. All of a sudden, he has 1,055 max life. Feels pretty good. You got to be careful, though. As you mentioned. God, he's just hitting every single one.
He's really up in Sux's face. He's going to probably go look for a suicide somewhere fairly soon. He's pulling the wave away. I don't know about this.
I don't even know if that was on purpose or not, but either way, that's going to be a first blood, it looks like. Yeah. It's overstepping a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting a creep wave there. He just wanted to get a bit more value harassing before probably running around and suiciding to like the tier 2 tower or something, but gets caught out there. Mistake. Zeus versus Quap, even so far. Expected, Zeus level 1, just going to last hit with his nukes, and Drow Aura not really coming into play right away. Drow is actually, going for the Ice Arrows level 1, which I like. Just Drow Aura only gives, I think it's like +3 damage at level 1. It's not really worth it that often. If you can have a better laying stage with the arrows, like by harassing and not drawing creep aggro, it can be the better approach.
He does eventually level it up there, though. He's even holding the point at level 2. I was kind of curious about that.
Yeah, that I don't know so much about. I guess he's just maybe expecting a dive and wants the option to level Gust, but
true.
Probably see him get the aura at level 2 and 3.
Yeah. So, of course, getting that up. You see the Splinter Blast happening, and Winter Wyvern. Such a good laning support hero between Arctic Burn and Splinter Blast.
Yeah, he's just been spamming that Splinter Blast level 1, I can tell, and making life very difficult. I think it's pretty even so far. Omni Knight not guessing all that great, but at the same time, PL's not skyrocketed ahead. Does have a decent number of denies, though, so bottom lane definitely going Spirit's way, but the other 2 lanes looking even-ish, maybe even slightly better for NIP, and NIP did get that first blood, so the gold is actually slightly in their favor.
They got that going for them. Skitter down here on Phantom Lancer is having a pretty good time.
Be careful. He's a crazy man.
He's undying. I mean, he feels a lot stronger than he really is, clearly. And, I mean, I understand the idea of stacking up those decays. We see it plenty with these undyings.
PPD in some trouble. Be okay.
Battle Hunger slowing him down. No call yet. It's level 2 Battle Hunger.
Yeah, he had 10 stick charges, which is kind of what got him out of a bit of trouble there. He was in pretty deep. Pops all those value stick charges that he got early on, so he's taking advantage of playing a bit greedy here early on, not buying those wards.
I suppose Skitter almost suiciding in a sense is like helping Phantom Lancer even get that much better farm because of how aggressive Undying and how much attention he's taking, but it's definitely doesn't feel like it's worth it still.
Yeah, it's definitely this Undying syndrome where you think you're just invincible because you have decay stats.
Bata, he's in trouble. They want this 4-minute rune. It's actually going to spawn bottom in the end at double damage. He blinks away.
I think they might kill 9 here with PPD's rotation. He just needs vision and the slow from the Shadow Strike helping him, but not enough.
And now Peter Pan Dam, the slow on him from the
right
burn,
click.
but the right clicks eventually do him in right there.
That +6 damage maybe helping out. Precision or level 2. And PPD gets the kill. I love that play from Queen of Pain though. Fada knows like if he gets that rune, he is golden and he can crush this Zeus. If he doesn't, he has the blink. So whatever happens there, he's going to be able to blink away. Even with the 2 heroes coming in, he's just willing to commit hard for that rune just to ruin the Zeus's lane and give him a tough time. 9, he dies, he TPs back in, but Fata also comes back to lane with full health, so it should still stay a pretty favored matchup.
This bottom lane is going atrocious now. By the way, Undying died again while that rune action was happening, so that's 3 deaths, and then they kill Phantom Lancer right there. They just dive him. They know that Undying has to walk back. He was attempting to TP out, and they have a 2 versus 1. They just dive the tower and they kill him again, or they kill Phantom Lancer in that case. Now top lane, Biver's in trouble. Barely gets over the ledge with that Arctic Burn. Has to Joe Ryan. Can he get a couple spin procs here? Needs one more maybe. Maybe not even. The Spin Blast doesn't hit, but the auto attack will. Here's the kill. So finally, Spirit at least is on the board with the Drow kill.
Yeah, that gets him on there. It's a nifty kill, but Drows aren't really like those hard carries. You kill a Drow once in lane. As long as she's getting her levels, she's going to be able to hit level 6, offer a lot of damage to her team, start jungling, catching up. So I don't think that's a death they're going to be too concerned about right now. As long as they don't start adding up and Drow's level 6 isn't too heavily delayed.
Yeah. Hestadro Ron, though, is off to a good start. The Vanguard's coming, and that's, well, it's not coming yet, but he's working towards it is the point.
Yeah.
The Ring of Health purchased.
We'll see if he commits. A lot of these axes will get the Ring of Health and go Blink first. He hasn't actually queued it up, but games where you go straight Blink, I'm not a big fan of those games where you feel like you have to, or you're having a bad start, you're dying, and you're just like, well, I gotta get my Blink timing.
I suppose they do have like a Zeus ulti as a follow-up, and speaking of that, Bane goes down because of it over as he's rotating in, or I don't know if that was the ultimate actually. It was, okay. Either way, they kill Bane.
Yeah, he got lightning bolted, ulti. He was just coming in to rotate on the Zeus, I believe. Queen of Pain didn't want to commit because just level 5. I believe he was hoping to hit the mid lane around when Fata was level 6 and they get a kill with the Sonic Wave. Didn't work out.
Ace might be dead here again at the top lane. They know Bane's not here, of course. And they take full advantage, just run at it.
Yeah, good use of the Battle Hunger, getting that bonus move speed, just able to dive the Drow, who does not have boots. Has Salve Tangos, but no chance to use them against Battle Hunger. They kill this Zeus mid. The bottle refill is nice. There's a Tango as well for Fata. He needs to heal up if he wants to go for this kill, but he's just getting spammed out of this lane. If he actually manages to heal up there, he can maybe go for the kill since Zeus is low mana, but not the case.
Having to pop a shrine even after just getting that bottle, or down to 1 charge.
He knows at this point Zeus is out of mana, so the lane should start going his way a bit more.
This top lane is really going the way of Spirit, though, that's for sure. However, Fata rotates in. This could change things. Has Sonic Wave ready to go. The call does catch Shirao. The Calling Blade to finish the job. The Sonic Wave goes through, kills Wyvern and Axe, however. So Fata ends up responding. Peter Pan Dam does get the kill technically on his Joran, but either way.
Very close to Fata, who's going to pop another shrine now, from one shrine to the next. He got down to 238 HP at the end, so he was below the threshold for another Culling Blade. Luckily, they killed the Axe as he got to that health, so I think Axe was just about to start casting another ulti when that happened.
That would have been unfortunate, but yeah, makes it happen. 3-3 bottom lane. Again, diving, but this time Wyvern's ready to support.
Yep.
TP's in.
Yeah, this dual lane bottom is definitely the highlight of the lane stage for NIP. Wind Ranger has a 4. It's going to have a very fast phase boot. Omni Knight has a lot of farm. Phase Soul Ring has managed to outfarm the PL quite significantly. Other lane's not going so well. Zeus has managed to come out on top of the Queen of Pain. Not an easy matchup for Quap, I think. You're quite squishy against the nukes, and he can kind of sit away and outrange your right-click harass. So Fata did not manage to quite have the success that he was hoping for against 9.
Bottom, you have Fata still in that area. He's kind of been jungling a little bit almost. He wants to come back in. It looks like they still want to make a play down here. I mean, he's been spending a lot of time. His Ace goes down in the middle lane.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was just like, is Grau really just going to go last hit under this tower when Zeus can Lightning Bolt him twice and kill him? And sure enough, Drow got Lightning Bolted twice, and then Zeus ulti, and that's a kill.
Bottom lane, Wyvern barely escapes, and now this dive might be too much. Undying even TP'd in, all of a sudden 3-3. He's going deep. He doesn't have his Guardian Angel yet. Does have a Repel level 1. See if it maybe comes into play, but man, all the trees are gone. Spirit just trying to run at this point. Does have a Tombstone down.
Quap's got Haste Ring and flick back in. Actually, Haste wore off, luckily for Skitter and
Just
Diver.
in time, yeah.
Yeah.
So killing Undying at this point is just almost expected, but at least Vandal Lancer survives.
Yeah. So now the game starts to look kind of rougher. He dives mid to the Zeus, comes back, goes mid again. He doesn't feel like he can lane against the Axe up top, but can you lane against the Zeus mid? And I don't think the answer is really yes. Problem is you're not level 6 yet. Your jungling is... You can jungle, but it's not good. It's not pretty. And that's what Ace is going to do. He's going to go hit up the jungle and try and get level 6 there, but this is going to be a very slow...
Drow's jungle is just right-click each creep individually. That's not the most effective farm.
Yeah. Works when you have, Tread's marksmanship, but
still.
Until that point.
Yeah. Axe, he did go the Vanguard, but he already has 1,400 gold saved up. So the Blink is coming in the next couple of minutes here easily as well. And it's at this point of the game, a Blink Vanguard, he's going to feel unkillable.
Yeah, these are the games. Yeah, games like this on X where you can get Vanguard early on and still get a good blink timing. They're fantastic.
Zeus, this will be a big kill if they can make it happen. However, the Rift comes out. Tombstone put down FNG doing what it can to sacrifice even for the sake of 9, and he's going to survive for the time being. They dive in further. 3-3 wants this kill. Sonic Wave will finish it. FNG
found
now
the
he's
courier
in trouble too. Oh, the Courier, nice. Just throw that in there. And the Tombstone, all the bounty in favor of Fata.
Yeah, all the bonus gold. The Courier, the Tombstone, all these little things. They do add up. Killing Tombstones is a decent chunk of gold, and Sonic Wave, one of those few abilities that will hit and kill Couriers. So in the wrong place at the wrong time, poor Radiant Courier finds himself going down.
FNG 0-5-0. Let's make it 0-6-0 at this point. Oh, God. Okay, no, he's going to be alive for now, but he is just having a rough time here.
Yeah, not being a fun game.
But Hesta, 50 gold from the Blink. They're going to spot him here. They want to kill him. This would be a perfect time to kill him.
Yep. No grip, but they've got plenty of nukes.
He did buy the blink. He's going to go for the TP play.
Oh
my gosh! Oh no!
Word.
I was gonna say he almost got the kill, and then all of a sudden
actually canceled TP and used Culling Blade on the Bane, but
that works too.
Yeah, he may have died if he canceled his TP, so that works just fine. There's no faulting him for not canceling his TP there. Zeus with a double kill out of nowhere with the Thunder God's Wrath.
He's just calling the TP, and he got like 5 spins in the process.
Yeah, Focus Fire helped, but there was definitely some RNG in there as well. That was some pretty high insane spin rate.
And 9 happen to have Thunder God's Wrath ready to go. That is just everything's going the way of Spirit in that case.
I'll blink call on PPD
for the free kill. Tombstone put down as well. PPD apparently tough kill though. He's looking away, actually. So Hesta showing off his new Blink Dagger, and unfortunately for him, it doesn't necessarily even get a kill on the support, but either way, he has it now.
So, defending mid, Drowse has been jungling, hasn't left the triple camp area. Has hit level 8 with treads. This is where, you don't mind seeing your Drow in jungle when she has these items.
Yeah.
And also, it feels like this is definitely the safest place on the map for Drow to beat. Let heroes like Wind Ranger and Omni push out and farm these lanes a bit. They can kind of play in the more dangerous places. It does feel like we'll see Wind Ranger transition into being a lot more of a core hero at this point. With the Drow Aura, Focus Fire, there's just so much right-click potential.
How about Omni with the drums? Because it's been a while since we've seen Omni kind of in the meta altogether, but this is what we used to see, really, I feel like.
The phase drums build?
Yeah, kind of the drums, you run at you build.
Yep, very standard. Just good stats or item. Just get the hood queued up. We'll probably see a full pipe against Zeus.
They found their friend Undying. Over here, though, 3-3, he's found by others. That's Jorano already with the call. Fonta's coming in.
He wanted to be found. He kind of zoned the rest of the team out, and he's pretty unkillable in the Omni right now. And Hesserdo, no blink for you.
That Focus Fire, he's going back in with the call. We saw it happen before. Great spread from NIP, though. They finally take out Axe. And now the Winter's Curse on Bane, but it doesn't matter. Wyvern gets taken out by the Sonic Wave of Fata.
Yeah, that was just a sequence of kind of outplays. The way 33 ran at the other two heroes while they finished off the Undying meant that there was no help for the Undying, and then he's basically kept these heroes in place. He's canceling the Axe Blink Dagger and able to save everyone up. And Ace the whole time is just jungling. They're doing all of that kind of 4v5. I mean, it wasn't Spirit there with 5 heroes, otherwise it would have looked a whole lot better, but they kind of know that Oliver on the PL, he doesn't have any items yet. He has just the Aquila Tread, so he doesn't really want to fight. He wants to get his Diffusal up, so much like the Drow, they kind of understand that there's this hero on the other team that's not ready to go. They can take advantage of that.
We see the plans of Zeus and what he's thinking. He went the Veil of Discord first. He is going to go Yils next, and then the Ags. After that, even, I suppose Tranquil Boots thrown in between. But the Ags will essentially be his third item in this game. With that Nimbus Cloud presence, also especially with Hester Doran jumping in. Good follow-up, bottom lane. Fights are brewing down here. Remember, Omni Knight does have a Guardian Angel now. And we'll see if that does come into play. As what?
Axe ulti to
okay. That's a Veil of Discord.
Smoked, yeah.
On for Queen of Pain, I'm guessing. That's a pretty significant kill, actually. 3 minutes.
She's just sitting on treads. Like at 15 minutes. That's not obviously that's not reflective of her actual farm, but definitely a window where she's going to be like, well, I don't have any items. What's going on?
Good job by Hesta. Good find for him. The Blade Mail is going to be next in line for him.
Yep.
Still a little bit off.
Not crazy about that. Not the most amazing Blade Mail game. Against the Wind Ranger Focus Fire, it's pretty good. And against these AoE spells like from Quap, it can always be good when there's this unpreventable damage that's going to be reflected, but it's not like there's a right-click carry that you're using the Blade Mail on when you call them. That like Jug-like hero who you just have killed themselves on Blade Mail.
Just trying to think what direction he could go if that's the case. Maybe more the R, maybe even things like a Crimson Guard. It's going to be really good this game.
Yeah, good Crimson game. The Blade Mail just always feels like you want to get it because if you blink call someone, it's just bonus damage to almost try and guarantee you set up your Culling Blade. So it could be the difference between getting off a Culling Blade or not, and with the perks of successfully getting that with the movement speed and attack speed bonus, it's definitely worth it. It's just like, yeah, Drow, it sounds like a good right-click at a Blink Call with Blade Mail, but once you get him close, she loses the marksmanship, and at that point, she's not really doing that much damage on the Blade Mail.
Top lane. Shackle shot connected, put on that focus fire, still running after him. FNG is going to fall in the end again. Power shot just in case, not even needed though.
This win range is just on permanently double damage, 71 plus 71 damage.
Oh wow.
Partly with the phase, it's not just Drow, it's phase boots too, but a lot of that is Drow.
Yeah.
Most of that is Drow.
Yeah, it's a support Wind Ranger hitting pretty damn hard. Gotta respect that damage.
Yep.
Maelstrom's coming as well. He has the Javelin first. Fiverr. Well, he got greedy. He showed himself with the Splinter Blast. Apache's like, oh, there you are.
Well, it's like, I've got no cure anyways. May as well just use my ulti when I'm fighting. Don't have my items. But yeah, it's really handy for Wind Ranger to get to be such a big playmaker because you want Wind Ranger pushing out these lanes anyways as a forward position. With the power shot, she's just a great hero to send to these side lanes to shove. And when she can solo kill any enemy heroes that happen to be in those lanes, it's like an added bonus.
Thunder God's Wrath was used as a visual right there, trying to see where people are at, and they almost ran over to get PPD as they found him hiding in the trees. But
I think scared of a Roche. Radiant have vision, but they could have maybe smoked in. Drow's has been missing for 10 minutes straight. Like they're just like, what's going on with this Drow? Where is she? Is she jungling?
She's in her home.
Yeah, this is being Ace's home. I actually would love to kind of look back the last 6 minutes. I don't think he's left that area.
That's just been his area.
I've never seen him not there.
Colding Blade is actually going to miss. Peter Pan threw him off guard with a wand. He's going to put the Fiend's Grip on his Zeus after the sleep as well. So he's living this whole time. Setting this up. Gets the save from Omni Knight, but the Winter's Curse comes out. And sure enough, onto a bash his face in, but Hesta gets out. Are you kidding me?
Ace is like, I should have stayed in the jungle. Why did I even come?
Yeah.
Can't even kill an Axe.
Oh, that would have been a big kill once again for NIP, but Axe just the perfect timing on the TP.
It still feels way better for NIP. I mean, they kill nothing, they lose a Bane, but they lose a Bane while they're farming. Like, Drow's been free farming the jungle, Wind Ranger's free farming and pushing the top lane, has a Maelstrom completed now. It just feels like Spirit are being pulled apart and out-farmed. I think they kind of recognize it. They're looking to make some plays here. They're in the Roshan pit, trying to take it with PL and Undying. This will be a very slow Roche, but if undetected, they should be able to get this.
Yeah, looking at the dire vision, they don't have vision anywhere really in that area, so.
The Roche claps do add up, though. Skitter needs to be careful he doesn't take too much damage from it.
Nine's going to assist, but it's not like he's going to bring much to the table.
Yeah.
Radiant scans the area. Yeah, the scant hits, and they got to be suspicious that...
They think they're coming, but it's just Ace jungling.
it's
like, oh crap, we're gig's up.
Yeah.
They're on the way.
Meanwhile, they're smoked.
Yeah, they're smoked elsewhere. They have no idea Roche is going on.
No, that could have worked if they fully committed to it.
Yeah, they were killing it so slowly, and Roche got down to half health, and so did PL, just from the Roche claps, without any, like, if he had a hood there for some HP regen, I think it maybe works a bit better, but he was going to be, like, 10% health by when they killed Roche because of the clap on the him and his illusions.
Going back in
round 2. See if they have any better luck here.
Longest Roshan ever.
Yeah, I think it's worth it for Zeus to throw spells. Roche's magic resistance isn't as bad as it used to be. It's like 40-ish%. So your nukes will do a bit more than half damage.
NIP is understandably they're a little confused, I'm sure, as far as what's going on here. But
yeah, they're not really expecting a Roche, but they see it and they're like, oh, we can get this tier 2 tower, right?
Yeah.
The question is, can we?
Hesta's already TP'd in. They're going for Fata. Put a blast on top. Nice job with the repel. They do kill the tower. Witch's Curse locks him down, though. Do they have enough follow-up? I don't think so. No call ready. And she blinks away, so they do get the tower kill. NIP, definitely a nice exchange for them there. Peter Pan Dam gets picked off, however. The rest will TP away, so. Phantom Lancer has an Aegis, though. Diffusal. Just going to go right into the heart of this game. No Manta style being planned.
Huh. What is that? Super HP PL, which sounds fine. I guess Manta... I mean, Manta's always good in PL. Just having the illusions, you can push out waves.
Yeah.
As a second kind of defensive tool alongside your doppelganger just makes it a lot easier.
Doesn't really dispel much, though, this game. I think that's the biggest reason.
There's what? Shadow Strike.
That's like,
there's Gust as well. I think it's definitely...
Gust, that's true.
It's definitely a value item. You get caught by Gust, you could just die this game, but... the end of the world. Ace has a Shadow Blade now. I like this pickup on Drow, always. Escape tool just allows you to position a lot better in fights, since that really is how you... That's the hardest part about playing Drow. It's a very one-dimensional hero. You stand, you right-click. There's... Like, it's probably one of... It's like kind of compared to the old Wraith King, where there's not much to it. You have one spell as Wraith King, you stun, you right-click people. Drow, you Frost Arrow people, you right-click them, you occasionally throw a Gust, but it doesn't make it an easy hero to play just because of that, because positioning is so important, and that's where Shadow Blade allows you to position as well as possible. Because if you're even the slightest bit out of position, you just get insta-killed and your fight's over.
Yeah. Her attack animation is really funky too, especially earlier on. That's when I play her. It's like
until you get some attack speed, it's got that big wind up. Yeah, not an easy hero to last hit with.
Got the Radiant Spirit. They moved in this area, but unable to find anyone yet. Peter Pan Dam eventually kind of bait something out, or try to. Winter's Curse on Wind Ranger. That's a dead Wind Ranger. That's why the Curse is good against this Drow lineup. Yeah. Right there. It's beat down, so the Curse starts things off, but Spirit not going to get much else out of it yet.
Yep. Still a very even game right now. I think I'd give maybe Spirit, with the way their drafts, at a bit of an edge. At the same time, I think NIP have proven to be the stronger team over the last few weeks, but the draft advantage. Dota Plus agrees. Radiant are in the lead.
Dota Plus has been weird lately, though. Like, it gave Spirit a 60% favorite off the bat. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Maybe just based on draft, they're like, these heroes, we believe in the Radiant lineup.
Middle lane, Phantom Lancer combo the Fiend's Grip to open. 3-3 there. Purification still on cooldown and Cold Embrace. We'll save Oliver for now.
It's got an Aegis, so they don't want to commit on him too much.
True. And 3-3 is actually in trouble. Call hits. Sonic Wave comes out, but Thundergod's Wrath will help finish off 3-3. They do kill the Aegis, but he's coming right back up. Of course, the dunk gets the kill on Wind Ranger. She's out of the fight yet again. Gus push back. Ace is in trouble. He's going for the kill on FNG, but he's in a horrible spot because of that. The Shadow Blade saving initially with the sentries put down, though. Double kill for Skinner on PL. Very worth the Aegis.
Yeah, Omni couldn't get the GA off. The really good call from Estijo. Made sure they burst out on the Omni. It's definitely your top priority as far as targets go. Catch the Omni. Try and deal with the Bane, who has that Nightmare save, which they did a good job of, and then you can win the fight there. Obviously, without an Aegis, that fight would not have gone so straightforward. I think Ace had a good idea. He went on the back lines. He Shadowbladed behind, caught the supports by surprise, killed off the Wyvern, almost killed the Undying as well, but just didn't quite have the damage for it. So ultimately pays for it with his life. You Shadowblade in, you don't have that Shadowblade to escape, and things continue to look very good for Team Spirit. Their scaling is just a lot scarier than NIP's.
DPD's found, and that's a Nimbus Cloud showing off as well. He just finished the Axe on 9. Uses it to kill Peter Pan Dam, and the mid-tier 2 also in trouble. Probably going to fall right here. I don't think NIP is looking to defend that at this point. It's a lost cause.
Sax is getting rotated on top, but we'll probably just TP out.
How about Omni's build, by the way? He went that Blink Dagger, funny enough, with the idea that he could just sit back and then be able to jump in and get that GA off. But again, good job by Hester to rock first. Almost felt like a wasted item, at least that last fight, because of that.
Kind of needs to be a frontliner anyway, so I'm not sold on this. Undying, dead as usual.
That's a dead Queen of Pain in response, so FNG gets the last laugh.
Yep.
Ace
gets the Gus Shadowblade off, just barely.
Much timing. Fiend's Grip to lock down Axe. Do they
They're
really
too
have
low.
damage,
They have to
though? Yeah. Soxa can't really commit. The Nimbus Cloud zoning them away as well, if anything.
Yeah, they need BKBs on Dire at this point, it feels. Playing against the Zeus, and even annoying things like Battle Hunger is causing them problems. The Winter Wyvern. I think we'll start seeing some BKBs get queued up. Queen of Pain has one, but wants the Hex first. You've kind of gone this far, it definitely feels fine to delay the BKBs a bit further. And I think at this point, NIP know, they've missed their Drow timing, which is at 20, 25 minutes. You start pushing everything, you snowball, you get a 10k gold lead, you take Roches, you win the game. Now they've got to go for the late game Drow timing, which is you hit your BKBs. You got to go through this phase now where you struggle for the next 5 minutes unless you just manage to get like a better initiation or your opponents overextend. But once BKBs come online, then suddenly the team fights can look a lot more even. And it comes down to positioning and how well you use your BKBs.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
PL still could be an issue. In fact, that Heart is coming along very nicely. Phantom Lancer already has the Reaver.
He's picks up the Reaver and then he changes his mind. He queues up a Manta. I think he's going to go buy. He's just queuing that up and then buying his boosters.
Okay.
Maybe. He's preemptively queuing up his next item.
Courier gets the 2 Vitality
Dire's
boosters,
top
yeah.
tower is under
It's
attack.
coming over, so he will have a Heart delivered as they're pushing tier 3 top. Tombstone put down right on top of him.
Go for this. He's Aegis, they say. DPD gets a ward though. Queen of Pain's going to go for some split push down bottom. And with Drower, she's definitely, with her team defending, she can split push pretty well here. Because they'll delay this top lane.
Radiant structures
Sleep on Axe, helping with that delay for the time being. So Axe trying to get out of that first. Tier 3 top is going down, but you mentioned Queen of Pain. She's almost at the same rate, it looks like. And finally, 9 comes in. Oh my god, that burst damage. The Yule's throwing up. 9 going for the kill. No, the Scyther response to him is got stunned, but it's not enough. Oh, he had the right idea. The Thunder God's Wrath also doesn't kill. He gets the vision. The Lightning Bolt is ready. She blinks away. Viper trying to finds
Curse.
it, which is Curse. Oh, they do find Fata with the Lightning Blast.
Yeah. Fata, he popped his Arcane Rune after the blink there. If he pops it before using like the Hex and the blink out, or right after the Hex he pops Arcane Rune to blink, he would have had much shorter cooldowns and probably been okay there, but very hard in that moment. He's just thinking, I got to get out of this one, I got to blink.
Yeah.
And Zeus, 9 showing his familiarity with this hero, knows that when he initiates with the Lightning Bolt plus Nimbus, he had to use the Yules offensively to set up the next Lightning Bolt stun. So very heads-up play that he doesn't let the Queen of Pain blink out, so he gets extra Lightning Bolts out as a result.
We see the levels being a big factor as well right there. If he's not level 20, that kill doesn't even come close to happening. And thanks to the level 10 talent, he is 3 levels ahead anyone else in this game at this point. Curse, who did that hit? That hit Drow. Going for it, but this time 3-3's ready. Kinda. Berserker's Call, not much he can do. The Yule's on him, locking him down. Ace, holding play, there's a kill. The Guardian Angel wasted. Oh,
he's
no.
stuck. He's actually in trees that he can't get out
in
of.
full panic mode right there, and yeah, he is now in a horrible spot himself. Very likely a dead spot. Pulling blade. Okay, well, that was used early that time, but either way.
Save your carry syndrome, kind of.
Yeah.
They're going to get tier 3 bottom with Saxa, but they could lose some of their base here. Buyback from Omni. I think recognizing, you know, defending right now is tough, and Saxa bottom may just die. Yeah, he's dead. Some split push got a tier 3, but Axe is there to pick him off. And top Raintrex is down. Can they get the melee?
Yeah, NIP just, it almost feels like they're just getting really desperate right now to just try to get that split push of an objective. But yeah, they are going to lose the melee Rex for sure. There's no way to defend this. In fact, I wonder if they're going to lose more out of this. If you're Spirit, are you really that scared to keep this push? Because clearly you're winning these fights right now.
Not scared at all. PL, once you have this heart, you feel unkillable.
Yeah.
2.8k health, and importantly, if they go on you, as long as you can escape, you just disengage, and then you're back to full health 10 seconds later. That's really the super value part about this heart picked up this early on, is just the constant uptime and your ability to just throw away your health to do damage to buildings and then regen it very fast.
Yeah.
So, NIP in some trouble. They're going to come up with some big late game answers here.
I think you had a great point with the whole logic on Omni Knight, especially on him going that blink there. It feels so off for this lineup. The idea that he was supposed to be a frontliner for anything, you know, a distraction, and now he's instead playing that I sit back and then I try to save my hero, which, as we saw there, didn't even work onto Drow.
Oh, bottom lane. Messenger finds Saxa. They're just roaming around, finding kills wherever they go, and NIP, all they can do is split push at this point, which Queen of Pain bottom does some split push. Axe has a Shadow Blade. Love this item pick up against the split push. He's searching, and he will find Fata. Has a Nimbus backup too.
Shiz is actually going to kill him. Needs a spin or two. The Scythe.
Didn't get much spin luck there.
No. I don't think he got a single one, actually. So, Fata taking his lucky stars to get away on that one.
Yep.
Meanwhile, though, Zeus, Octarine Core is just about finished already for
that
this
is a scary item. It makes your Nimbus even more powerful because the cooldown reduction affects your Nimbus Lightning Bolt as well. And he's holding onto his bottle, so he's going to be praying for some Arcane Runes. If he gets Arcane Runes with the Octarine, his cooldown reduction is just insane.
Fata using the Sonic Wave just to take out a Wyvern right there. FNG running away, 3-3, just went too deep for that. He's in trouble, puts a Repel off of the backlines. Wind Ranger trying to make a play onto 9. Peter Pan with the locked into the Fiend's grip, but now Sox has to run this whole time. The Gus is not going to necessarily save him. He goes down. Zeus finally gets taken out, though. That's a huge kill going the way of Ace at that point. However, now the Berserker's calling him with that Blade Mail. Peter Pan, Phantom Lance just like, I don't even want to kill you. I want to kill Ace. No detection, however, so they'll finish off Bane and instead go for the Shrine.
Yeah, good fight from NIP. They kind of win it 3 for 3, considering they're behind. I think they take fights like that, but they don't kill like the big hero of the PL. They have no answer for him. If they have the issue is they lose the heroes on Spirit who had detection there, so Drow's able to just Shadow Blade away. Axe is kind of just too item farm to really carry it at this point. I think he's like, oh, you know, I've got 2 heroes with detection, both my supports and my Zeus can give me vision as well. Uh-oh, Drow. Oh. Split shot, I think, hit him?
Yeah,
Axe.
something.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe the Drow Axe saw him and instantly right-clicked him.
Either way, gets away. That's, of course, good for
I don't think the Splinter normally is when your attack lands, so maybe he just didn't click it or something.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if it actually got deactivated before, but
not a big deal.
Still wants a chance here at the top lane. Not going to get it, though. Fata backs off. Trying to finish that BKB. I know you were talking about that earlier. It's obviously taking a bit longer than they hoped for.
Yeah, and it's one of those games where you kind of have to build them, but it's not going to suddenly give. Like, the late game draw BKB timings isn't that amazing when you're against these BKB piercing lineups. Like Axe Call, Winter's Curse can still lock a hero down during BKB, even though it will stop the teammates attacking them maybe, or at least if they're BKB'd. PL doesn't really care about BKB, so it's really just the Zeus and some of these other things that it'll help against.
Octarine Core just about here for 9 again. He's got 2,500 gold essentially, so 200 more. They scout out with Thunder God's Wrath just in case, as they do a free Roshan, it feels like. I don't think NIP stopping this one.
Yeah, it should be pretty free. NIP are going to smoke up, but I think Rosh is pretty slow.
It is a slow Roshan team.
But no BKBs on these dire heroes.
Feels dangerous.
It's a risky play, but maybe the one you kind of got to make.
Yeah, might as well. Has to jumps on a Peter Pan. Not the greatest call, but the curse on Queen of Pain. She just melts. Guardian Angel comes out after the fact. Bane dies. They buy back immediately though on both heroes. They still want to contest this. FNG is at least going to die, it looks like, in favor of NAP. But now Omni Knight's in no man's land. All that mana suddenly gone in 3-3. He's going to end up dying. Does he have a buyback is the question. It just won't matter. He doesn't to answer, though. Ace at half-life. The Fiend's Grip locking down Axe. Ace with that Gust trying to push him away, maybe go for the cover. The Blade Mail kicks in, though, with the Cold Embrace. And he essentially kills himself in the end. And Peter Pan Dam goes down as well. I think this is the beginning of the end, it feels like, in favor of Spirit.
So hard to take that Rosh fight. The Radiant team have an Observer plus Sentry. Once the smoke pops, they see absolutely everything. And they instantly blow up those first few heroes. Great Axe Call, an amazing Winter's Curse. NIP were just all grouped up for that to just work perfectly. And that's a good example of going back to this Omni Knight Blink Dagger. It just doesn't work because he's in the front lines. He's getting initiated on. You need like you need more frontline items. Like the Radiance could have been okay. Items like Aeon Disc might have been good to guarantee that he can get off some of his spells. I just don't feel like we've seen any value out of the Blink Dagger. At the same time, they don't have a good hero to run in first. Like Omni's, he wants to not get caught, so he's like hoping his team runs in before him, but they're just as squishy as him. Like if the Queen of Pain gets jumped, he probably can't even be saved by an Omni. Fata's killing heroes in the river, but will pay for that with his life.
Yeah,
and
Hess is just going around getting a couple of kills while the rest of his team's just winning the game.
Yeah, they don't care about the Megas. There's a tier 2 bottom, so they are going to go for the throne. We'll see a couple heroes respawning soon. They'll be alive for this one. I mean, I wouldn't say it's GG, even though they may be able to defend their throne here with 4 heroes alive. It does feel like it's GG regardless, but we'll find out.
Goes in, Repel's put up. Again, not going to do the most, though, as far as helping things out necessarily. Winter's Curse on Drow Ranger. Not the most damage on her. She may survive through it, but the Splinter Blast nearly dies. Purification just enough to save. Never mind. Drow is dead. Cold Embrace Biver. He stays alive. There's the GG's. It is absolutely official. Spirit takes game 1 against the Drow strat of NIP.
And they had the answers. If they made it past that 25-minute stage with PL Wyvern, they just destroyed Drow. even if it doesn't really matter who you're Winter's Cursing, it's just because there's so much right-click damage on NIP's side that a Winter's Curse on 2-3 heroes is always going to find a kill. So it's like a guaranteed kill there. The PL had no counter in the game, and that just made life so easy for Spirit, particularly when their Axe, who also very good hero against this lineup, has such a good start.
Hesta had a fantastic game, no doubt. Wyvern, again, making some big plays. My boy Biver, I say that because, of course, played on Na'Vi last year, was really shined last year. It's kind of, moving up the ranks, but is a former Han player as well, so it's fun to see him having more success, and definitely as a team, though, Team Spirit. Feeling good about that game number 1 result right there.
Yeah.
9-1-5 on Skitter. It's just they played just well across the board. They really did.
4 out of 5, let's say.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'm
going to give FNG some shit. He played pretty bad this game.
Yeah.
FNG laning stage was awful.
They got the W.
Yeah, they did. Luckily, his 4 teammates all played incredible. They were at the top of their game. All 4 of them were playing, at least 9 out of 10 in terms of how you'd rate them in their performance. FNG, whatever. End of the day, he's a 5-position support. He's the captain. He drafted really well. He made good calls, secured them Roche, did other things outside of individual play that matters a lot, but you can't play like that every game. If the draft was more even, if the game was just a bit different, that can cost you. So we'll see if FNG can do a bit better, but hey, not a big deal.
I have a feeling NIP's not picking up Drow this time around. I mean, or maybe they will. Just change things up a little bit.
They might ban PL or something, and then you can pick the Drow.
It's possible.
But if you ban PL, they're going to ban Drow maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Good answers from Team Spirit here in game number 1. They're up 1-0. BreakyCPK joined by GoDz, the GG.Bet Invitational guys. Stay tuned. Game number 2 of this deciding series up next.